Welcome back to Knights of the Old Republic 2 here on Series Gaming.
Another Mandalorian. You're welcome to join us. Our clan has traveled here in search of work, and if we find a working arrangement, then I'm sure you could be included in.
I'm not here for any mercenary work. I'm here to return your clan to Duxon, where I am restoring our people to their former glory.
Mandalore? But after Revan defeated Mandalore, no new one was chosen.
I intend to rectify that error.
I have no doubt that you believe that you are Mandalore. But look at the situation we are in now. Anyone could buy a helmet from a swoop track and make such a claim. And the last time Mandalore traveled in the company of non-Mandalorians, we were pledged to Exar Kun.
I am no Exar Kun. I am a Jedi, and I have allied myself with Mandalore.
A Jedi? Perhaps you are deserving of the title of Mandalore. I heard rumors from Isis about Mandalorian sightings on Duxon, so perhaps there is truth to what you say. Very well, Mandalore. My clan will follow you and make for Duxon, so that another clan might be added to the strength of your army. Excuse us. We must gather the rest of our clan and deliver them the news.
Okay, Mandalore. Also, yeah, full light sight.
You helped me gather the clans together, so I feel I owe it to you to tell you the whole truth about my mission and Revan.
Why did you leave Revan?
I didn't leave Revan. Revan left me behind. After defeating Malak, Revan made the decision that he would travel to the unknown regions. He was searching for something. I wanted to go with him. I respected him. Knew he could use me where he was going. But Revan refused, saying that he must travel alone.
What does that have to do with the clans then?
Before he departed, he left me with a simple mission. He told me where I could find the Mandalore's helmet, and that I must take it and reassemble the clans. When I asked him why, he told me nothing. Only that I should wait for him to return and be ready for it.
Ready for what?
Revan never said what he was looking for, or what to be ready for. I don't know if I'll ever know. I thought that Revan was a singular Jedi, but now there's you. With all our martial training, battles, and ethics, even our greatest warriors are no match for you. But I also have faith in my people. Should we need the clans to fight the Sith, we will. And afterward, Revan will still have his army.
Revan, huh? Okay then. So that answers that, to an extent.
Ready to serve.
Well, with all of this sorted out, time to head to Korriban. What are we doing up?
I dreamt of Malakor. I remember the ships, the last stand of the Republic. The tattered remnants of our fleet, the largest we could gather. But it was damaged, weakened, and vulnerable. The Mandalorians couldn't resist. They tore into us like beasts, shredding our ships to scrap as we fought back. Yet this time there were no reinforcements for either side. Revan had been delayed out-system by Mandalorian scout ships. By the time he arrived, it was too late, and beyond Malakor there were no more Mandalorians left to die. I remember standing on the bridge with you and watching the destruction of the Republic, watching ships full of soldiers and Jedi burn and die. I remember the look you had when you turned to me. It was the longest you'd ever looked at me. You didn't say anything, just a nod. Events moved quickly then, even in my dreams. Flashes, explosions, you falling. I could feel the pain around me. And then the memory. The drifting hulks of the Mandalorian ships, the dead, allies, friends, strangers. And then the echo, lingering, the sound I awaken to in my nightmares.
Well, hardly a glorious victory. Well, the truth is, my decision haunts me too. Not because of a moral stance necessarily, but rather because, well, it does.
Blame lies with me for creating it. The situation forced your hand. Anger forced mine.
If you are to blame for its creation, then I am equally to blame for commanding its use.
You realize that unless action was taken, the fleet would be destroyed and the Republic would fall. None of us realized the magnitude of what we unleashed.
So you fought against the Mandalorians in the war?
I was part of the war effort, yes. I worked as a technician, though.
But you fought on the front lines. To a Mandalorian, there is honor in that.
I could do without your Mandalorian honor. I saw the results of your honor, the absolute destruction your warriors brought. And look at them now. Mandalorians are little better than mercenary thugs. And what's honor to someone like that? All they care about are credits.
If I were you, I'd pick your words more carefully.
It was a compliment, Beodor, not an insult.
I don't need compliments from a murderer.
Maybe that's what it looked like to you, but that isn't why we fought. We fought for honor and glory in the heat of battle.
You did nothing but murder innocents.
The Republic took us too lightly. We wanted to face the full force of their army. We had to goad them to fight.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you ask me, you Mandalorians just got what you deserved at Malak.
Defeat is part of a warrior's life. We will recover, stronger than before.
Doesn't it even bother you that your people were almost destroyed? Or do lives have no meaning to you?
People die in war.
Well, I'm glad to have you guarding my back.
That's enough. This conversation is over.
Fine by me. I hear that you were the one responsible for our defeat at Malachor 5.
The General told you that?
We fell into your trap at Malachor and we paid the price. We were eager to destroy the Republic fleet and defeat Revan, so we committed all of our forces to Malachor, sealing our doom. Even then, we might have won the day. The tide of battle was turning when the Republic finally set off their trap. We were almost completely destroyed. You should be proud.
I destroyed your people.
It is as much your triumph as our failure. We learned a lesson and we paid the price for our mistake. I hold no grudge against you for what you did. It is the Mandalorian way to respect strength, and we will not be so foolish ever again.
Okay then. I need to make lightsaber components and upgrade my lightsabers. Though I may not be able to do so right here. I need a workbench and need to find it. I'm guessing everyone... Does everyone have a lightsaber? Let me check my companions first. Before we get... Okay, he does. Okay, she does. She does. She does. I mean, obviously, she's got a problem in that she's got the short lightsaber, but still. I'm not sure if I can actually make the high-level components. I would need a workbench. I can find one on Duxon if it's necessary, but would rather not go there at the moment. How many components do I have? Not enough. And there is an issue. Sith War Sword. I can probably destroy that. Yep. Destroy that. Take that down. Watchman's Blaster. Wait, I need a lot of components here, just for a record. For, I mean, how many do I need possibly? And there's quite a few things I can destroy, but it's not. There's no value in destroying stuff that's just very little. I might actually need. Mandalorian. Well, there is only one person who would actually use Mandalorian armor. And that's the Ephorian, that's Beodor. Everyone else is gonna use Jedi armor because Jedi powers. Mandalore, you can't switch his armor out, so what's the value in talking about that? Well, that's pretty damn powerful, but there is a pretty significant problem with it as well, in that you lose a lot of wisdom and charisma, and that's just not worth doing. I mean, with the exception, there is one exception to this rule, and that's possibly Mandalore himself. Even then, it's hard to look at this and say, well, it's really worth it. Wisdom, and if you look at wisdom, hold on, actually, traits. It doesn't have a description on them. Which is a shame. Where you break down items, miscellaneous. What can I destroy here? Well, there are parts. Beam splitter. That wouldn't be too bad. I mean, my guys already have all they could possibly use. Let me go armor. Yeah, I still need to make some pieces of gear. Well, that's gonna wait until I go back to Duxon. Okay, for a moment. I guess I need more parts. More stuff. Well, for a moment I don't need to care. Alright, here we go to Korriban. I'll take visas and disciple, I guess. Okay, here we are.
We've hit the ground. This is Korriban. Why would one of the Jedi you're looking for come here?
An adequate job, pilot. Perhaps here there is some trace of those who pursue us. I sense that we may be truly alone on the surface.
There are signs of life on the surface. Beasts by the dozen. So don't worry, you won't be quite as lonesome as she makes out. You might want to keep your, lightsaber sharp. Or do whatever you do in these situations.
Although I think that the pilot's mechanical devices are probably accurate. If there are Sith here, their numbers are few and they are hidden.
It seems quiet. Just the wind. But deep beneath the surface, you can feel the pain of what took place here. This place merely tolerates sentience walking upon it. It is pleased to have been left alone. There is great power here for those with the ambition to use it. There is great power in this place for those who can hear its call.
There is much that would draw a Jedi to this place. The resting grounds of the ancient and more recently departed Sith contain many teachings believed lost. The most likely place to find our lost Jedi is the ruins of the old academy.
What happened here?
It was said that Revan intended to return to Korriban to subdue any potential Sith insurgents, but Revan disappeared. It took a year or two for the Republic to send a force here to deal with any Sith that may have remained. They found Korriban much as we have, barren and lifeless. It was assumed that the remnants of the Sith turned on each other, vying for what little power remained. The Republic found evidence that several Sith lords escaped Korriban, fleeing to remote sections of the galaxy.
Do you think there are any living Sith here?
As lifeless as it seems, the dark side is very strong here. The Sith Lords would not ignore such a powerful place. There is much that can be learned, even here. You should go to the ruins of the old academy. If there are any traces here of Sith, that is where they would be.
Let's go.
If you walk Korriban's surface, you shall walk it without me.
Why won't you come with me?
I cannot. This place is strong with the dark side. It is difficult to center myself here. Korriban holds few secrets from me, but much that you should learn.
Korriban doesn't look that bad. I am not afraid.
Perhaps not. But I would caution you to guard your feelings carefully here. Korriban attacks the spirit and the body, and there have been few who can fight its power.
Very well.
I will remain here and meditate. Our link remains. I shall contact you and provide guidance when needed. The academy is on the other side of this valley. Be careful. Dark energy fills these ruins, and even the fallen Sith live still. The structures you see around you are the plundered tombs of the ancient Sith Lords. Each tomb was once infused with the history and heritage of the old Sith Empire, containing great mysteries and powerful relics of the Force. However, even the many traps could not long hold back the curious, the fools, and the weak, and so these tombs fell, spilling their secrets into the hands of those unable to comprehend or preserve them.
How may I serve?
I am listening.
Okay then. I should probably increase his constitution. Oh wait, he actually... well, let's see then. Who needs armor rating then? Kreia, I guess. I'll level her up when it's necessary. Alright, I'll get force immunity. Oh, yep. There we go. Yeah, that will do it. Yeah, let's check these tombs. I think there are some that are still active.
Ahead lies the tomb of Naga Sadow, successor to Marka Ragnos, and the Sith Lord responsible for nearly conquering the Republic in the Great Hyperspace War a millennia ago.
Tell me more.
More recently, this tomb was where Revan confronted Uthar Vin, the leader of the Sith Academy. When Revan left Korriban, the Sith Academy was thrown into turmoil. With their leader gone, many fought for the right to rule. And so, the Sith here turned on each other, resulting in the carnage you can see covering the surface of this valley.
I think at least one tomb is still open. Maybe.
The broken corpses before you are all that remain of the Sith on Korriban. I doubt there is much to be gained from looting these bodies. It would be best to leave them be. Fool! You've disturbed the spirits of this place, and they have sent their guardians.
What are these guardians?
Hissis are semi-intelligent beasts, corrupted and strengthened by prolonged exposure to the dark side. As creatures of the Force, they have a limited ability to mask their presence. Hisses are drawn to suffering and carnage. They must have fed on all the corpses left over from the war here on Korriban. The angry phantoms of the Sith, too weak to influence the sentient, have taken these hisses as thralls to their will.
You have left me an opening!
You are no match for us. A weakness is revealed.
This was the tomb of Tulak Hord, known as the greatest lightsaber duelist of the Sith Lords.
Tell me more.
His skill was considered remarkable even in his time, when many true lightsaber masters lived.
Are you saying modern Jedi are poorly skilled with the lightsaber?
If you were to face an ancient Sith Lord in combat, you would learn that we are as children playing with toys compared to the prowess of the old masters.
What made them so good?
That is unknown, but supposedly he created a holocron to teach his technique to other Sith. The holocron would have been laid to rest in his tomb. Unfortunately, Tulak Hord's tomb was among the first penetrated by the grave robbers of the new Sith Order. If the holocron has survived, I doubt anyone living would know its location. This way leads to the tomb of Ajanta Paul, a fierce Sith Lord. According to legend, the blade proved more fearsome than the Master, leading to his demise. Ajanta's dark spectre lived on through the centuries until Revan entered the Sith Lord's tomb in search of the blade. Revan calmed the angry ghost of Ajanta Paul and showed him the path back to the light. One who has fallen so far and done so much evil does not deserve redemption. In a way, such a turning from one's nature is cowardly, a betrayal of the self.
Ajanta Paul was a fool. The dark side sustained him even beyond death, and Revan tricked him into surrendering to oblivion. Is there oblivion? No one's beneath redemption, Kreia.
Perhaps. But redemption is a form of spiritual collapse, a fall few recover from.
What became of the blade?
Unknown. Some have suggested that the blade led to Revan's demise, as it did Ajanta Paul. That is only speculation, however. Where Revan wanders now is knowledge that only Revan holds.
I just wanted the light side points. I'm curious though. Is there oblivion in Star Wars? Hard to argue with that. I mean, some Sith believe that. Darth Plagueis believes that. But it's kind of difficult to say, oh, there is an oblivion. Clearly, no spirits of the dead. Jedi and Sith survive.
Before you is the tomb of the great Sith Lord, Marka Ragnos, a half-breed who possessed tremendous strength, both physically and in the Force. Ragnos held power for over a century, using his cunning to turn his enemies against each other. His death left a great vacuum of power. We're standing close to the spot where Naga Sadow first confronted Ludo Kresh to vie for domination of the Sith. Their struggle nearly resulted in a civil war that would have torn the Sith apart before they ever threatened the Republic. Yes, it is the way of the Sith. They must continually test their strength against each other, even if it means destroying themselves. As fate would have it, a pair of hyperspace explorers from Sinagar landed on Korriban. Naga Sadow manipulated the Sith into believing they were a sign of impending Republic invasion. This fear resonated with many Sith who were discontent with the lack of expansion of the Sith Empire during the reign of Marka Ragnos. Thus, Naga Sadow became Ragnos' successor.
How very convenient, I suppose.
Here, you can just barely see the Sith archaeologists' efforts to uncover relics of the ancients.
Okay.
The new Sith Order sought to progress quickly by finding objects of power. I can only imagine what was lost forever due to the carelessness of these excavators. Now the excavation has been almost completely undone by 5 years of wind and sand. So does Korriban protect its secrets.
You free. Dumber and dumber. Alright, there is a construction kit. Truthfully, killing these is worth it.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communication. Recitation and...
Listen. The wind from the cave tells of great power within, recently awakened.
The valley we just came from was full of dark energy, but this cave is darker still.
There is great power and dark energy within this cave. I would advise you to finish your explorations within the Academy before venturing into the cave.
You have left me an opening!
Hardly worth it as I see it. Wound, stun droid, stun, force deflection. Force aura, maybe? Yeah, possibly. Better to avoid a hit. At least in this game.
Everyone, on their guard!
There's an argument to be made about force barrier, I suppose, but having a high dodge chance on hits.
This door was left open on purpose. Someone is expecting us.
These Takada were once trained to serve the Sith here.
You can expect more than these beasts within the Academy. Be prepared.
Him.
She is here. Find her.
Then let us fight.
This one is mine!
I think I'm ready to take you down. Korriban is not the kind of planet you want to do until too much later on. Because a lot of the stuff here is pretty damn deadly.
You have left me an opening! This one is mine!
Nice, convenient way of changing how the Academy is. Broken console.
You have left me an opening!
I shall
Okay.
Everyone, on their guard!
I shall make this one see.
To cut.
Soon you shall know.
I do have thorium charges.
Ah! Together then!
The lightsaber was used to fuse this door shut.
Or do I?
This battle is joined!
Did I waste my... Well, I need to find some thorium charges one or another. I think there might be some merchant that has them. But I'm not gonna waste time trying to find a merchant that has them. I think it's the one on Narshada. Okay. Just need to find the corpse, I guess. And test.
You have left me an opening!
Alright then, so I passed the bloody test. Okay. Put down the goats. Okay, there are the thorium charges. Just had to pass the test. Now. Since I did pass a test, where do I need to go though? South or east?
A weakness is revealed. You have left me an opening!
Okay. Horse of Assassins killed. Oh! Need to open this. Gotta kill those, goats.
Together then!
Soon you shall know. A weakness is revealed.
Okay, they're all dead. Unacceptable performance, what? That's it?
Lona Vash. I heard stories of her.
Oh, yes. I felt this Jedi's death shortly after we arrived on Korriban.
This is... This is weird. Okay. Right, I need to actually check something. Costin signing out, don't forget to subscribe and like the video.